tonight. At least 7 people are dead after that massive train derailment in Philadelphia. The NTSB now says the Amtrak train was going more than 100 miles an hour as it rounded a sharp curve. The speed limit for that stretch of track, 50 miles an hour. The engineer of the train survived but is not talking tonight and has retained a lawyer. Investigators are now turning to the train's black box data recorder, which holds vital information. 7 Eyewitness News sitting down with a retired Amtrak engineer today to get his take on the job and the hazards from somebody who has dealt with a derailment firsthand. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Jason Grenauer here with that story tonight.
That's right, Joanna. Bill Wadowski drove an Amtrak train for 27 years along several different routes and even had a close call with the derailment himself when the train he was driving hit a broken rail. Now, according to Wadowski, the job of a train engineer is affected by everything from the weather to construction, even people on the tracks, and the person in that seat has to be aware at all times. He also says the route between Philadelphia and New York is one of the most traveled train corridors in the country, and that Amtrak spends a lot of money keeping it up to date. So what about the fact that that train, 188, was traveling more than double the speed limit before it crashed?
I don't think anybody would be going too fast to make a schedule. They might miss a speed restriction, a temporary speed restriction. I don't know. You're familiar with the territory. You know where the permanent speed restrictions are. There's no warning signs or anything, but you know that, around this curve or around that curve, the speed is reduced, and you sort of do it automatically.
Now, Wadowski also says experience shouldn't be a factor here, since engineers at Amtrak are trained to drive specific routes and undergo annual exams on those routes. Now, Wadowski was driving a test train just outside of Syracuse back in 2003 when he hit a broken rail. More than a dozen cars came off the tracks then, but he was able to keep them all upright by braking just in time. He tells me that what happened in Philadelphia is, quote, his worst nightmare as an engineer. Jason Grenauer, 7 Eyewitness News.